But I do hear that in the pipeline, Fox News has an upcoming investigation that Joe Biden actually supplied Taylor Swift with an extra eye, and she's actually a Cyclops. Hello, everyone. It's Micah. Welcome to our weekly wrap up for this week, the week ending January 13th, 2024. We'll be looking at the number ones on the charts, which should be pretty familiar at this point, and a couple of pop culture tidbits about Boy George and our good friend Taylor Swift. Kicking us off, our Billboard Hot 100 has a familiar face. Jack Harlow, who was number one right before the holiday takeover a few weeks back, bided his time and is back at number one with Lovin' on Me. I reacted to this video a few weeks back. It was one of my least popular reaction videos, probably because the video itself got blocked, and so all you see is me talking as opposed to any actual clips of puppies and other assorted attractive individuals in the music video. However, I really liked it, in case you missed the reaction, and that's really all I have to say about that. So I'm glad to see him back at number one. I do wonder, though, if this is a chart first. As I'm looking back over the past several weeks, the past three number ones on the Billboard Hot 100 have been repeat number one songs that have previously been number one. Of course, this one, as I mentioned just now, was number one before the holiday season. Preceding this was Brenda Lee, who reclaimed the top spot after Mariah knocked her out of the number one spot for a couple of weeks during the Christmas season. And Mariah herself, of course, is a repeat number one for the past, what has it been, 4 or 5 years now on top of the charts with this one song. So we've had three number one singles in a row where this isn't their first visit to the top of the chart. I think that has to be some kind of record. But again, congratulations to Jack Harlow. Number one on the album charts, same as last week, 1989 Taylor's Version by Taylor Swift. We've just got a lot of deja vu going on this week. Over the past couple of weeks, I have reacted to a couple of Taylor's songs, and I've thoroughly enjoyed both of them, and thank you for the likes and the feedback on her videos. I think that me and the Swifties are going to get along just fine on social media, unless I just jinxed it by saying those words. But I've had some pretty good interactions with the Taylor Swift fans, and it can't hurt that I have thoroughly enjoyed both of the songs I've reacted to. Now, I'm not looking forward to the day when I have something negative to say about one of her videos or her performances, but I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. Taylor Swift is also in the news this week. It turns out that Fox News is asking the difficult questions. They ran a piece this week speculating on whether Taylor Swift is a psyop. I'm tempted to just advance the slide, but I do have one more thing to say. I guess it's not totally outlandish that a popular music star would be used to combat misinformation. In fact, I don't think that's necessarily even a bad thing, because you do have to get your PR out however you need to. I mean, after all, Fox News has their psyops for sure, or their reverse psyops, I guess. But I do hear that in the pipeline, Fox News has an upcoming investigation that Joe Biden actually supplied Taylor Swift with an extra eye, and she's actually a Cyclops. Stay tuned. And finally this week, Boy George, who's out making the rounds promoting his new memoir called Karma, has revealed that he does not plan on being friends. He is a fan, but he doesn't plan on being friends with Janet Jackson anytime soon. We know that Janet has lost lots of sleep over this strained relationship. In fact, I'm sure she probably wasn't even aware of it. But I'm glad we finally found that one person who has a beef with her, because I've been looking for this person for years, and we now know who it is. It's Boy George. So apparently they had a run-in on Solid Gold where she didn't recognize him. And I mean, after all, he's a karma chameleon. He's also an actual chameleon. He was out of makeup and she didn't recognize him, and she, I'm trying to reconstruct the situation. She probably was just like, who's this random person just walking up and saying hi to me? And she probably was Janet, and she was shy. Like, she was very shy back in the 80s. And, someone who's more outgoing like Boy George, I've been in this situation myself. People who are really outgoing present themselves within 6 inches of you, and you're shy, and you are like, hi, and it's an awkward situation. He, and I'm totally reconstructing. She could have been mean to him. She could have been having a bad day. We all do. And we all have people that don't like us. So, again, celebrities are people too. But, there's a couple of theories about what happened. Maybe she really wanted to hurt him. I don't think that's the case. It was just, just a theory. And maybe she just wanted to move away from him. That's a possibility too. But my advice to George is, war is stupid. So move on. Don't make a war. So that's all I have for this week. And this is the part of the video where it's sort of my weekly wrap-up personal edition, my post-show confessional, where I share with you some of the things that I've encountered this week in doing my reaction videos, and some of the updates on things behind the scenes. You may notice that I'm trying out new lighting today. I think that this will work a little better, but if it seems creepy or like someone's about to spring from out of the darkness and stab me horror movie style, then let me know in the comments. I'm fine tuning all the technical details. I'm gonna get a new camera next week, so hopefully the production value will up even more. I'm excited. I passed 1,000 views on the channel this week, which I know is an incredibly low number of views, but it's an achievement for me, and I'm planning on going onward and upwards. And we can always rely on a photobomb from the cat. Hi, Amir. He's excited about the series too, and I'm getting better and better at not allowing him to upstage me. I'm very excited about it, and I've also had some incredibly good feedback this week on my videos. 2 comments in particular I wanted to shout out about, and Amir's on top of my notes, so I'm going to have to wrest this from under his body, but one of the comments was from Violet316. She commented on my Taylor Swift reaction, and she gave me some very good feedback about actually engaging more during the video. Now, in the back of my mind, I've been saying, well, you know what? People probably don't want to see me just gaping open-mouthed at a screen for 3 or 4 minutes while the video is playing. And she really helped me, bring that to the front of my mind, and I'm going to work on being a little more engaged, being a little more into the song. I had already recorded my Janet Jackson reaction from yesterday, where I did get into the song a little bit, but I wasn't really pleased with the result. I'm going to get more comfortable vibing with the music on camera. That's something for me to work on, but I really appreciate that tip, and I always appreciate constructive criticism. The other great comment I had this week was from YouTube user Ken Rathbun 9383. He, presumably he, commented on my reaction to the Weavers, the #1 song of 1950, and he was telling me the history of the group, and little did I know that Pete Seeger, the folk legend, was one of the members of that group, because I'm pretty illiterate when it comes to folk music. He gave me some very detailed feedback on the history of the group and sort of the trajectory of folk music after they hit the scene. So now I feel like, he saved me reading a book almost. And I don't mean that as a backhanded way of saying his comment was long. It was incredibly fascinating. And I thought the name seemed familiar when I looked at the username, and I'm wondering, Ken, if you're out there, is this the culinary entrepreneur from right here in Atlanta, or are you just using his name, or you just happen to have the same name? At any rate, I was so happy to get a comment like that. It's exactly the sort of feedback I'm looking for. I want to expand my musical knowledge. I know I come off sometimes as a bit of a know-it-all on here. I'm not reacting in the same way that people usually do these reaction videos, where they come in not knowing anything. And well, on this video that he commented on, I really didn't know anything about it. But really and truly, I want to know more. I know there's some things I know. There's a lot of stuff I don't know, and I'm always happy to learn more stuff. So that's about it for this week. If you've hung out to the end of this video, I appreciate you hanging out and listening to me ramble on a more personal note. And we'll see you next week. There'll be more reaction videos coming up next week in all those series. I may have a surprise requested reaction video coming up soon, and if nothing else, I will see you next week on the next weekly wrap up for January 20th. Remember to like this video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, and make music